Now on number 5, where it says copy machine. Have someone teach you how to use the copier and then copy your driver's license. Then it asks, what is considered scratch paper and where is it located? Okay, we have 3 copiers or copy machines inside of our organization. We have 1 downstairs and 2 upstairs. Right now, I'm only going to talk to you about the one that you see here upstairs. This is our Canon MX 850 copier. The Canon MX 850. You need to know the name of the copier so that when you print on your print screen, you will be able to recognize that name when you're printing there. This is a 4-in-1 machine. It is a copier, a scanner, a fax machine, and a printer. If you look at the button here, it says copy. It says fax. If you're going to fax, you press that button. If you're going to scan something, you press that button. Okay? So it's a copier, fax machine, and the scanner. Maybe 3-in-1, not 4. Okay? Now, when you use this machine, it is probably the workhorse of our organization, or the primary machine that we use for a lot of stuff. Not only does it copy, fax, and scan, but it also prints in black and white and in color. This has 2 paper trays. It has one in the rear. This is usually called the bypass tray. And then it has, kind of sneaky, one underneath. You have to lift this up, pull from underneath, and you'll see a paper tray there. You're able to switch between which paper tray you want to use. So here it says feed switch. So if you press that button, you see the light goes onto the top. That means the paper would pull from there. If you push the button again, feed switch button, the light will go on the bottom. That means the paper will pull from underneath here. Don't worry about this here. The tray that opens, it will open automatically the moment you ask it to do something. There's also 2 ways to copy from this machine. It's a copy and a printer. It's a copy machine, a fax, a scanner, and a printer. Printer means it'll print straight from the computer. Copier means you can take a piece of paper, okay, and you can make a copy. There's 2 ways to copy here. One way is to copy from the plate by lifting it up. Oh, here's something inside already. Someone left it. Placing it face down. If you want this in color or black and white, you will simply press the black button or the color button. You can then select how many quantity that you want by saying, okay, I want 5 of these. And as you see, the number changes to 5, and it will actually print 5 copies, either in black or white or color. Okay, I'm going to reset this because that's not what we want. It reset it back to 0. So this is also the plate that you would use to scan or fax. If you wanted to fax that piece of paper, you would simply depress the fax button. You see it change to fax on the screen. Okay. Press the copier button. It tells you it's going to copy. I press the fax button. It'll say it's going to fax. If I press the scan button, it says it's just going to scan. Okay. So if I wanted to fax something, I would leave the plate there. I would then dial the fax number that I want. 4782988. Then I would do the fax. We'll teach you how to fax later on. But as a copy, we would just press the copy button, press the color or black button. Okay, let's say I want that in color. Once I press that, you see the tray open automatically, and it is copying 1 copy on its own, and it's getting ready to come out there at the bottom in full color. Notice the ink cartridges there. This has 5 ink cartridges. It has 2 black, a skinny black, a fat black, a yellow, a pink, and a blue. The actual name is cyan, magenta, and yellow, magenta, and cyan, I believe. So here is a copy of what we just did. Okay. Now, there's also another way to copy, especially if you're copying multiple pages. Let's say we have a stack of papers. Here we have 1, 2, 3, okay? And I don't want to keep opening the plate 1 copy, open the plate 2 copies, open the plate 3 copies, open the plate 4 copies. Let's say I want to copy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages. Let's say I got 6 pages I want to copy. Well, I can either open this up 6 times, or I can use what's called the paper feed tray. Stacking there. Paper feed tray. Now, I can copy 6 of them by 1 button. Simply. I want 1 copy of each of those. I want it in black. Just press the black button. Okay. And it does its thing automatically. It grabs 1 sheet at a time for me. I can actually walk away now and come back. I think I can do up to 25 pages with this. So as you see, it'll take 1 at a time. It'll lay it on the plate by itself. It'll scan it. It'll print it. Or it will copy it. Takes a minute, looks like it's warming up. Okay. And you will see in a few minutes that coming out of the bottom. Here it comes. And while that one's coming out, it's taking another one. It's taking one coming out the bottom, 1 taking out the top. The last, the one that just got through getting copied, it went underneath automatically. And it takes a while, but it will. You can go to the restroom, come back, and all of your copies will be right there at the bottom. Isn't that just nifty? Absolutely nifty. Okay. Now, look what it's saying. It's saying, hey, there is no paper. You need to load paper. We know that the bottom tray is empty. So I now have a choice to either load more paper at the bottom, or I can switch trays where there's paper at the top. So let me switch trays to the top. And then it says, there's no paper, load paper and press OK. I reach over here, press OK. It will then start pulling paper from the top. Isn't that just neat? And I can load paper later on when it's done. Let's watch the magic for a moment. This is what you call autopilot. It functions on its own. If you have a lot of paper to copy, put it in there, multitask. Go do something else on the computer. Come back a little bit later. Check on it. You don't have to sit here and babysit this machine, as it will function and move on its own. There is the last one being taken. The copies are on the bottom. Okay. You can look at the machine. It's still saying copies. I have plenty of small black ink, plenty of large black ink. Now it's done. Now I can take the copies are here. The originals are here. Okay. Nothing left on the plate. Okay. You are asked to copy your driver's license. I'm going to take my driver's license here. I'm going to copy it by lifting up the plate, placing it down, okay, closing it, press copy color, okay, it will scan it, still taking it from the top, okay. There it comes at the bottom underneath. It's coming. See there? And there is a copy of my driver's license. Okay. I'll take the original. Always remember to remove the original. Okay. And I'll return it back to its rightful place. Occasionally you'll get there and you will see that the ink cartridge is running low. and it won't go. Now remember, to put items on the plate, you open up here. To replace the ink cartridge, you put your hand underneath here, and you lift up the whole thing. It's a little tough, not so hard, and it will stand up on its own, and the ink cartridge will move back and forth, and as you see, they're lit up. You have a black, fat blink. It starts with a small, skinny black ink, then it moves to a fat black ink, then the yellow, then the pink, or I believe they call that magenta, and then the blue. If one of them are empty, it will blink, so you will know which one needs to change, okay? Closing it back, there you have it. Now the ink cartridges are in my office. They are here. We're in my office on my dresser, on my bookcase in my office. You see, I keep them here. I got 3 skinny black because we use those a lot. I have a pink, I have a blue. Someone removed the yellow today and replaced it. And someone removed the fat black. So I keep extra hidden in my drawer. So when I look and see that one is missing, I replace it with a yellow and a fat black so that it kind of keeps me knowing when to order more and when not to order more. Now, scratch paper. I am now in Office A. In Office A, we have a box. You notice all the computers in here. Okay, we have a box where we put our scratch paper in the box. Okay, this is where our scratch paper is. Occasionally, you will be asked to print something. When you are printing something, we'll talk about this later, you will want to print samples on scratch paper first so that we won't waste too much regular paper. So there's our box, scratch paper. I guess we should put a sign there that says scratch paper. Our regular paper is in the same office as our printer. If you just scroll around and you look at the bookshelf behind you, you will see we have a literature rack. And on this literature rack are the different color paper. You'll see, this says scratch paper. I don't think that's accurate, but you see the different color paper here, different color yellow, blue, cardstock, light blue, peach or orange. Looks like I need some green and some pink. Then on the bottom there, you'll see more paper. This is where our overflow of our paper is. So that's your copy machine. Please don't forget to make a copy of your driver's license. It's on the Canon MX 850. Make a copy of your driver's license, please. Put that copy in your folder, okay? And we will see you at the next basic training number.